Hi, this is Candace with Wedharma.com. Let's see, today I actually wanted to explore the word relationship, and explore relationships. I recently in life have realized that there's so much going on around me that is just linking relationships back to the self. Every relationship we have with anything has been going back to the self. And what I mean by that is I've been really sort of looking at my past relationships and my current relationships and seeing what was so different about them. Was it the people, the circumstance, me? And with those players, what is it that I've learned, and like how have I shifted things so much? Because I can tell you that this is the first time in my life that there's no motivation from me other than joy and happiness. And I think it's because months ago I decided that I was just going to be alone. And, some things weren't working, and things were difficult, and I was fighting certain things in my life. And I was like, no, I'm just going to be by myself and just explore that a little bit, because we all go through a lot of changes in life, and when we change, like I always say, the environment needs to change, and it will, and you just don't feel like you fit anymore in a certain box that you've been in for a long time. So um, I took this time to really just be by myself and think and get happy on my own, get clear on my own, give myself the time to know exactly what I wanted to manifest, to visualize exactly what it is that I want without being confused, without thinking that I have to settle for this or that, or you know, it's easier to do that. Nothing. Just what is it? How am I going to be as a person? And what is the kind of person that I want going to be like? And there's all these cliches about be the change you want to see in the world, be the person you want to attract, and it's so true. Um, and the reason why I've discovered just by watching and being and learning is that it's not like we're making someone be a certain way. It's that we are all each other's reflection. If you're thinking things, I call it emotional osmosis. The person you're with is going to think those things about you. So you better bet you have a really good sense of self-confidence, because whatever you project about the way you should be treated, or the way that you treat yourself, or the way that you have respect for others and yourself, that person you're with is going to be that reflection. And it's so funny. It's like, it's not even that, um, I look at my parents and that generation, and so many of them are divorced, the baby boomers, because not only did they get married really, really young, but they also, and maybe didn't know everything that they needed to know about what they wanted and who they were and all that. But also, I feel like the blame game was thrown out there so much because we were so unaware of ourselves back in the day. And there's so much more of a conscious movement happening right now, where we see that we are actually not victims at all, but we have a much bigger responsibility than ever really known before, and we've ever really been willing to accept before. So I feel like the key to a successful relationship these days is really being willing to look at yourself without the ego, but look at yourself in a non defensive, non judgmental sort of way, and look at others that way the same. And I think that, you know, everybody around us, if there's something, I noticed this too the other day when I was looking around, I was like, wow, I'm really migrating towards types of people I would never have migrated towards before. And it's those people where you're like, you used to probably look at and say, God, that annoys me about them. But the truth is, I look at them now and I was like, I can pick out 3 people that recently I've just met, and I'm like, gosh, there's such an amazing part of me in them, that I haven't quite developed yet. I need to hang out with this person and see what it is about me that I'm missing, that I haven't yet been introduced to. And it's almost this exciting adventure rather than this like negative ego rejection sort of thing that we all do when we're afraid to look at ourselves or look at people that remind us of that part of ourselves or whatever it is. But it's really just being open and non-defensive and loving and sharing in the equality and knowing that if you are in a relationship with someone that reflects you, but they are not in that conscious space to work with awareness and to be with you on the path of betterment and always evolving, that's not your fault. Then you were just their lesson, and vice versa. And know that the next person or the next relationship you're in, you have so much more information. It's just being non attached. So many women right now, especially my age, I see are so attached to outcomes and men. And speak of the devil, honey, I'm in the middle of my blog.
I'm sorry.